I'm super behind in chat, by the way.
Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action
They barely
beat 'em
gave
up
us spot at the
with brutal
Nintendo showcase,
hand-to-hand
but that was so
combat
that was
set
so
in his
funny.
hometown.
That was
This
so
is
funny. That
This
was
is the only
literally
clip you could
stomach me.
find?
I was like, what? That was funny.
Made by
That
a
was
solo
something.
developer and 9 of his
And they
friends.
announced the release window.
Screw his friends. His friends don't count.
Wait, this is one guy?
This is one guy? You guys don't see what they're trying to do to consumers, right? Because then you guys don't see the ripple effect. This is why I've been talking about this and complaining about it for years. And then people give me backlash, right? Oh, Essie's trying to make a big deal about something. No, what I do is my work is very ahead of the market. So if I'm talking about something or bringing something to light, you're not gonna. I'm gonna be the lone warrior in my lone little raft, getting all the slack because it's ahead of the market, which means the masses are not seeing or complaining about these things. If I talk about design problems and how they're gonna lead to bigger problems, people go, well, I like them. Yeah, you like them now, but in the future, you guys are gonna see that it's a problem, right? When more people start talking about it. It's the same with small conversations like WASD and action RPGs. And it's the same thing where I'm making a big deal about people not giving their flowers. Sure, not everyone's doing it. It's not the cool thing, but these are problems, right? And now you can see, fast forward a couple of years, that the common person is starting to be able to see these things, right? So when I talk about these things, I get that it's not the normal thing to talk about, but in a couple of years, again, this is the work, is that we're ahead of the market, is things that are going to become problems. This is the ripple. You can see the ripple effect right here. They go from PC Gamer, big articles, blah, 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 and then it flows downhill into the mouths of the consumers, and then the consumers echo it. Do you guys see that? It just happened. So she goes, oh my God, this was a solo developer? Now she's going to speak like that, but what happens when other games come out and there's teams and stuff and they go, hey, I know these solo devs that are doing crazier things than this. No, you're being misled, you're being lied to, you're being manipulated. That's not true, but it has an echoing effect. Devs, why do you guys not want this? You guys should be speaking up too, not just the game doctor. You guys should have my back because I'm trying to do the work for you because this is going to cause a ripple effect against you. This is not just to beat people up or complain about semantics. It has a ripple effect. It's the same thing that PC Gamer and all these big articles started where like, oh, this game is going to be the killer of this game. And then you see the consumers speak the same way. Oh, no, that's not going to be better than this. Or, this game had 1 million players. This only has this. It's garbage. And everything is a battle. Nothing can coexist. They're all fighting each other. Only one can survive, right? Everything, all the gaming market's a battle royale. You can't have games that coexist. One has to trump the other. One is dead because the other one's alive. Or now you have this. Oh, these solo devs are doing all this stuff. A solo dev made all this and look at all this content. Why don't you have all that content, right? They have, if you don't educate the consumers, it will come back to you. These are not just semantics. I'm trying to protect you in the future, right? But we need to educate the consumer, right? That's why that's a big part of my work. Not only do I educate devs and coach them, I use my platform to try to educate the consumer as well, because it will create a toxic future. And sure, eventually everything will equalize and, you know, it'll find itself, but we could set the gaming industry back years and years and years because of what we're feeding them, and they don't know better, so they're gonna go ahead and consume this stuff, right? Like, look, it just happened live. That's so funny. I don't know, I'm sure you guys wanted me to react to that one of him saying solo dev with 9. I've been talking about that for years, but it's more interesting looking how she reacted to it right after to show you the cause and effect of this.
And they announced the release window. Wait, this is one guy?
Wait, this is one guy? Do you guys see how we read these headlines? We read these things and then it echoes, right? It echoes. These people are not going to go look into this stuff and how the cake is made. Whatever the headline says is what they're getting out of it.
No, he does this a lot. Jeff he's always saying, oh, from an Australian indie team, or from this or that, and it's just like, who knows? This is really cool for, you know, solo dev, 9 of his friends. Yeah, one guy started making it, and then 9 of his friends helped as well.
You can see how my work tries to bring words to these things because you can see that they don't know. She doesn't even know the words to say here. She's just trying to fill. Yeah. You know, it's still cool for the solo dev. Damn, I can't say that. And as friends, right? Oh, this was a solo guy and his friends helped, right? Like the consumers don't know how to talk about these things, right? And now if you don't have words for things, I mean, you probably can't even see those things. They don't exist, right? I've dealt with this for years, right? Knowing there was a problem before the Game Doctor work, knowing the problems in the industry, but being light years, this was years before, I knew how to talk about it. I was just a crazy guy, you know, saying something's wrong here, but I couldn't articulate it. So I was just a guy that was complaining. But now I have the work, and now I have the research, and now I have the evidence to show that the work works. This is a problem. This is a problem. Our consumers will not know better, and our publishers will not know better. We need to get educated. We need to get educated. SD solo guy, yeah, not again. That's why I always give flowers, right? I wouldn't be here without the work of Debs, without learning from different games that went through Backlash, without the support of my team. Right? Without you guys giving me an audience, right? There's no such thing as a self-made man, and including myself, I have a coach. My coach has a coach. You guys realize it's being smart enough to know that we need it. It's being smart enough to know we need it. LeBron James is the best, and he's smart enough to know he needs a coach. It's this ignorance when I start seeing solo dev blasted everywhere that I know that this guy has 1,000 blind spots because he's not smart enough to know that he needs somebody. He's not smart enough to say, hey, you are not going to post that. I have a team. Do you think somebody's gonna make, oh, look at SD, the solo guy, did it all himself? Bro, I would do something about it. I would say, no, you are not posting that, right? You are not advertising that. I had a team of people that supported me, right? But these people are not smart enough to even have that conversation yet, to even think about that, right? That shows me blind spots. Every time I see, oh, community-driven game, oh, the community's gonna help us, what you're actually telling me is I don't know shit. Right, I know that your game's gonna be full of blind spots because I know, because in actuality how that works, right? So these are just, that's what I'm getting here, right? That's what I'm getting here. It's not her fault. It's this is interesting. It just goes down. We've been talking about this for years, right? It just flows downhill, right? It's like the mommy bird and then the baby bird. Sorry for that vision, right? It's the headlines, all the big people that talk about games and start the toxicity. And then it goes and it flows down, right? And it's very sad. We have to talk about it. It's going to create a very, and it has been creating very toxic environments.